Wow. Just wow. On Saturday, Cherries put in a superb performance at Spurs, which ended the Thomas Frank Premier League hoodoo. It was a 1-0 win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, thanks to Evan Nilsson's early goal. And after the dismal display in the Carabao Cup, Bournemouth are back with a bang. But it's not only that we're talking about on today's second look, as there's transfer business to tackle too. We're recording this on Monday afternoon, and this morning, AFC Bournemouth announced the signing of talented fullback Álex Jime on an initial loan deal from AC Milan. Tom, what a weekend.
Oh, mate, yeah. First of all, it sounds like a good addition in Jimenez, an exciting one, and I think I quite like the... there's an obligation to buy, but it'll only be triggered if he starts half the amount of games and stuff. So quite like that. Yeah, so excited to see him. And obviously Smithy unfortunately picked up a knock anyway. And yeah, we probably need a little bit more cover. But Saturday, mate, oh my God. It was, we spoke about it off air, didn't we? And we just said that if it wasn't for the fact that we couldn't score, apart from the one, it was perfection for me. Everything about it from minute one all the way to the end was perfect, apart from putting the ball in the net a bit more.
Yeah, 100%. Now, that's not the only signing Bournemouth have announced today, because fresh off the press on the AFCB.co.uk website, it has been said that the club are delighted to announce the signing of talented Serbian centre-back Veljko Milosavljevic. Is that pronounced correctly? Probably not. From Red Star Belgrade on a 5-year deal. We were crying out for a centre-back. Is this the answer? Well, it could be. He's 18-year-old. He arrives from Serbia, having been part of a side that won the Superliga last season, breaking through to make 14 league appearances in the country's top flight. In doing so, he became the third youngest debutant in the history of the club. He's also featured in the Champions League playoffs for Red Star Belgrade as well. He's been capped under 16, 17, 19 and 21 level for Serbia, and will link up with his country again for the forthcoming international break. But that is another one we've got over the line. So that means we've got Senesi, Diakite, James Hill and another through the door. Much needed. Wow. Put your comments in on YouTube. Our club acts fast sometimes, doesn't it? But yeah, look, in terms of the weekend, it should have been less nervy. It should have been 3 or 4, and we would have enjoyed that. But I suppose the elation that we feel after that 1-0,
yes.
When you...
That relief. And that,
the relief, that was an extreme emotion that I absolutely love in football. And I think you said it on the Telegram group in your player rating show, which we'll talk about a bit later on. You said, you know what? Having a couple of clean sheets like that is ideal. I know it's only 1-0, but look, we've had to put together a brand new backline. Yeah,
exactly, mate. And I think as much as we know the football we play under Andoni, and it would have been, if we had won both these last 2 games 4-3, it would have been more exciting maybe, and everyone would have been, but I'd have been concerned. The fact that we've won on both 1-0 with, like you say, with a complete new back line. Yeah, they're all getting to know each other, a completely new partnership at centre-back, new left-back. We've had to change our right-back in-game, new goalkeeper. I think that's really, really big because, yeah, the attacking players who are playing so well know now, well, you know, we missed a few chances, but at least we can close that door. And really, as much as it's always nervy at 1-0, any game, particularly away from home at one of the bigger clubs, I didn't really think they threatened us at all.
No.
Not at all, mate.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And we'll go on to talking about the match. But in terms of Álex Jime, so just to fill you in, 20-year-old defender. He's regarded as one of the brightest young prospects in European football. Here we go. This is what AFCB.co.uk says. 34 appearances under his belt in all competitions for Milan. It was really weird. I was looking through his biography on the official Cherries website, and it said that he was at Real Madrid for 10 years and then AC Milan for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what, this guy's like mid-20s or something? He's 20.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So what, he started playing football when he was like, as a fetus?
Good player, mate. Yeah, good player. That's how good he is. They saw it straight away. But no, it is weird, isn't it? Because they spend so long at academies these days and stuff, and they get them so young. But yeah, I've only heard good things in terms of his potential. And as we've said previously, we don't have to go over it. The fact that if you're a youngster that's got that sort of potential, come to Bournemouth. Come to this brand of football, and you can see what can happen as we've seen with a lot of players. And yeah, he does it good. I think he can play on both sides, can't he? So that's helpful. I think he's played like kind of wing back, a little bit higher up as well.
Yes,
for Milan. So yeah, it sounds like it sounds a little bit like he's a bit more of a kind of right-sided Kirk, as people were saying. Obviously, he can play on the left as well. But yeah, sounds like an exciting one, mate.
His stats do look pretty good. So it came at the right time as well, like you say, with Adam Smith and obviously Julian Rauho not firing on all cylinders yet, and that's probably being polite. And as for this Veljko, I was about to say Velcro, what rip-off. No, but Veljko, 18 years old. There's a Twitter account called The Greek Scout, and it says, remember the name. 1.92 metres, that's tall. And they say he's a beast, an aggressive centre-back who's got the potential, we've heard this before, to be a world-class defender. It says definitely keep an eye on him. Great signs so far. AFC Bournemouth, we move.
I actually think the club have done really well in getting some big earners, kind of fringe players that didn't have a future in, getting them gone. Not in a horrible way, but you know what I mean. Getting rid of some deadwood there.
Well, we've got a list of players who've been part of this turnover, and it's been a hell of a clear out. So you've got Neto, Travers, Max Aarons, Chris Mepham, Philip Billing, Jaden Anthony, Rothwell, Sinistera, Adu Ajayi, loans, of course, for Paulson, Jebo, Winterburn. Traore's obviously gone to Marseille as well. Plus, of course, the big names in Zabani, Howson, Kirkes and Dango. So what's that, about 17 outgoings, only around 6 in as well. I suppose we can maybe add Zane Silcott-Dewberry to the list of players that could be leaving, because there's rumours about him going without even playing a single game for us. Was it Olympiacos or something?
Yeah, hang on, he did have one Premier League thing, didn't he? Didn't he come on in the game? Was it Newcastle?
He might have.
Yeah, Olympiacos seems weird, doesn't it? I don't really understand why we got him, but maybe they took a punt on him, and maybe they've looked at him and God, he's not to the level we thought. But there's a few strange ones like that. Obviously, we spoke about Adu Ajayi as well. But listen, maybe we're gonna buy Olympiacos off Forest, because they're one of the Forest.
Oh yeah, that is one of Marinakis' clubs. Look, so AFC Bournemouth got a result the weekend. To just touch on the AFC Bournemouth women's team as well, that pulled a draw out of the bag. It was Jenna Markham that struck against her former club, Exeter, who've been doing well since they've joined that division as well, and they went 1-0 down and then scored about 5 minutes from time.
Does she
still unbeaten?
Yeah, does she celebrate?
I hope she
I hope she didn't do that. Hey.
No, yeah, Jenna, you better have celebrated.
But no, if you like to say, mate, still unbeaten is speaking of unbeaten, by the way. London. You know when we go to London?
Yeah.
Oh my God, have you seen that stat?
So what is it now? Unbeaten in what, seven London away trips?
Yeah, in a row.
Can you recall those off the top of your head, Tom? I bet you can.
Yeah. So do it. So obviously Tottenham.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
They're all draws now, aren't they? Stuart Palace 0-0.
Yeah.
And then they're all 2-2s. I remember saying that. West Ham. Was it West Ham? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tottenham again. Chelsea. Fulham.
Love the way you said that, like there's not a graphic on screen in front of us.
Why did you do that?
It's all good. But you know what? And I love London away days. I really do. And we'll go through our away day shortly indeed. But I've got to say that you've also said something so many times, right? Not to look at the league table and not to talk about fixtures, because there's always a thing. We look at certain games and think, oh no, we can't get anything there because it's X, because it's Y, because it's Z. But we should get something at A, B or C because they're lower in the table.
Always works out the other way.
Again, the disproof was there to be seen on Saturday.
Yep, happens every time. I think that is the thing I say the most. Just don't worry about the fixtures. People do it. I get it. Every club probably does it to a degree. But
certain clubs maybe, like your Liverpools or your Man Cities, maybe. But yeah, I just don't. I don't understand the evidence of the way we play under Andoni and the evidence of them sort of results. Why we look at it at all? I really don't. I genuinely think I'd rather. Tottenham away, I genuinely thought Tottenham away we've got a better chance than Wolves at home. And yeah, they were both the same result, but we were miles better than the Tottenham away. I just think it suits us, mate. It's not always about how good the club is, because there's certain teams that are lower in the table but play open. But yeah, I think we've worked out now what teams have our Achilles heel a little bit. Yeah. And they're not teams like Tottenham. I mean, we've been to the new Tottenham Stadium. Have we the last 3 times we haven't lost, have we? 1-2, drew 1. Yeah, that's right.
And the draw was, we should have won.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and this is Tottenham away. And then obviously Arsenal last season done a double on them. We always go to Old Trafford. It's just because they're open.
And they're at home as well. There's more expectation to win.
Definitely.
And push.
There's obviously instances where Liverpool's a really good example, and so's Man City most of the time. That yes, they're more open and we can get in, but they've got so much quality that sometimes, you know, we were brilliant against Liverpool, but they've got a little bit too much, and Tottenham aren't quite to that level. So yeah, it's different. You're not going to be able to do it all the time, and we certainly need to get better at them kind of low block teams. But yeah, I love these sort of games because I know whatever happens, it's going to be good fun because we'll have a go. I mean, you look at, obviously there was a bit of a title match, wasn't there, at the weekend, Arsenal-Liverpool. Yeah. Look how Arsenal set up against Liverpool.
Yeah. Look
how they set up. Because they're going, if we can, we're so brave.
Yeah.
And they had a much more of a difficult game against us than they did Arsenal.
Yeah.
And that's what I love when we play these sort of teams, mate. And I always have to remind myself, because you go into a game, they're going to be too good. And then you literally after 5 minutes, you go, God, we're good, aren't we?
Mate, we are good. So the big question is I said this on the vlog, is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium our new playground?
That's a good point.
Is it?
It is a good point.
It might be.
Especially if Birmingham don't go up. St Andrews will always be the playground. But it's looking all right, isn't it? Have we lost there once? The new stadium. Did we lose there once?
3-2.
Yeah, I feel like we did lose. No, 3-1.
3-1. Was there a 2-0 loss there as well or not? I can't remember.
Oh, shut up, Sam. Nil.
I can't remember. No, I have to have a look. I should really pay attention to our head-to-heads that we put in the preview, but I only just put the graphic on.
Yeah, but no, I just mean like the new stadium. I can't remember how long we played, how many times we played there. Yeah.
Well, look, we took the coach up. We did the National Express on the way up. It was quite nice. But by the way, there was a Daily Mail article. The team flew to London.
What? God, we're massive, aren't we?
We are massive.
Why are we flying to London?
But do you remember when Arsenal, I think they did it a while ago, to fly to Ipswich, and it was like a 20-25 minute flight. I don't know what airport they flew into. I'm guessing like London City maybe, but we
love that.
The team flew, but we slummed it on the coach, paying a few pennies to National Express. Wasn't the cheapest way to get there because, I mean, we could and should have walked it maybe.
Yeah, I think someone walked it, didn't they? I don't think they've gone on about that. It was really nice to see Ben up there. What a shift that is, by the way.
Ben, Stan and Nathan,
what's he doing?
Amazing stuff.
Yeah,
caught up with them on the vlog at the Antwerp Arms, and they walked to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium over 100 miles to raise money for Cancer Research UK. So look, if you want to, it would be massive if you could donate. What we'll do, if you go to our socials on X, we'll pin it, but also I'll do a quick link as well, afcbpodcast.com/walk, and that will take you to the Just Giving page. Any donations would be wholeheartedly appreciated.
We because Ben obviously done his walk last season as well.
Yep.
And last season it wasn't to a ground or anything, but it was just before Crystal Palace away.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, Ben, if we want a little clean sheet in there, just get walking, Sam, because we don't concede goals. We're unbeaten when Ben does like a really long walk and stuff near the game.
I'm a bit concerned at our unbeaten record in the Premier League against Newcastle, and I don't want that to change this season. So Ben,
that's a good point, actually.
Put your boots on.
Yeah, that's a great point.
There was a really good matchday graphic. I love the matchday graphics that AFC are putting out in the morning, and the detail that's gone into this. We're showing it on YouTube at the moment with the Spurs cockerel flying about, the stickers on the floor, the graffiti on the White Hart Lane sign. That was absolutely brilliant. Fair play to the media team for putting that together. Those graphical skills are second to none. The next major tweet that everyone's interested about from AFCB, though, is the team news.
Yeah.
And Tom, you were so close on the preview. You thought you'd tweak it just to be different?
Well, it is boring if I go on there and go 2 unchanged sides. Obviously, I knew that would happen.
Yeah.
But I said to you, I can't just say it. So I went for 1 change in both. Neither of them changed.
Yeah.
So I got 10 out of 11. I think I put Christie back in, didn't I, just for his energy in that, really. But I like the fact that we went unchanged. I thought it was quite evident afterwards, and Donny was talking about some of the new players. Particularly Troffair at the back, but he was saying that I've started the same team in the Premier League games because they need a bit of continuity in there. Yeah, they need to build up these connections, and I like that. I didn't really think about that, but everywhere on the pitch, if you've got that continuity for new players, that probably helps a lot. They went as I expected. Really, I put Bergvall in for Paulinho because I thought they might be a little bit more adventurous. The only disappointing thing from their perspective was no Dom Solanke in the squad, and they've just signed a PSG striker on loan, Moani, because it looks like Solanke's out for a little bit longer than they thought, which I don't know about you, but I'm just always gutted for Dom.
Has he got a Disney movie, Moani?
Moani, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good though.
No, I wondered.
I think about Dom Solanke then. I was like, has he?
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know, when it's Dom, I just really want to do well. So I'm gutted that he didn't seem to pick up that many injuries for us. He's picked up a few there, hasn't he? But
60 million snip.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, it was, apart from that, it was kind of as most of us expected. Obviously, we knew Araujo was suspended, so Roman come onto the bench, didn't he?
And also, it was a century of appearances, Premier League appearances for Ryan Christie. 100. Obviously, he came off the bench for this one, but 100 and hopefully many, many more, because that player is absolutely dynamite, as the song goes for us. So really nice to see that as well. Now, if you're watching YouTube, you'll see a number of graphics on screen, lots of little stats, lots of trivia, and you know where we get that? Out of our heads. No, we don't. We use SofaScore. We download the app, and if you want to download the app, there is a pinned comment as well. We'll pop it in the description. We'll also put a card at the top of the screen, and it is the go-to app for all things Cherries and football. Indeed, there's so much stuff. Instant live scores. You can analyse every play with like heat maps, shot maps, goal action animations as well, player stats, and a lot more. Plenty of interactive features as well, and it's the go-to footballing app, isn't it?
It is indeed, mate. I use it all the time, as I always say, and I like that. Also, you can put you can like favourite your team.
Yes.
You have to like go for a rigmarole of trying to find the last game. You just go, what's my team stats? Say bang, brilliant, so easy to use, and yeah, definitely do it. I've had it for a while, and it's worth having.
It's free, by the way. It's absolutely free, and it is the best footballing app. And we're not just saying that because we use it week in, week out, and we even show the graphics on screen here. And look, you're doing us a favour, by the way, because it can support the channel if you just simply download the app using our link. So if you can do that, we would wholeheartedly appreciate it. There's a QR code on screen. There'll be a link in the description, but also you can go to afcbpodcast.com/SofaScore. Every download helps. Tottenham Hotspur away. You know what? I love the pub. The Antwerp Arms. Sometimes we've been to the Beehive before.
That's good as well, actually.
Yeah. Great pub. But we checked the weather, and it was good. It's one of those days where you never know what to wear in there, because it's like sunny and warm, and then you're looking towards 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then the heavens were going to open. So it's like, do you wear shorts? Do you wear jeans? Do you wear a light? It's so confusing.
As long as it doesn't rain during like the pre-match, I don't really mind normally, especially if you win. I can get. I mean, it rained after, I can care less. Do you know what I mean? But so it's difficult because the Antwerp Arms is really good outside and out the front. So wanted it to stay dry, and it did.
I saw Reece James there.
I know you did. Yeah,
from Mock the Week.
Yeah, that's what he's probably most known for, isn't it?
He's been like on Live at the Apollo and stuff. He's a Spurs fan. I had a chat to him about things, and I did say about the Thomas Frank thing. He said, "Look, well, you're playing Spurs, so that doesn't necessarily mean that he will beat you again." And lo and behold, it's almost a prophecy what he said, because we did manage to get the result. And you know what? Aside from the first 30 seconds, that game was all Bournemouth. Okay, they had the ball for a lot in the last 10 minutes as well, but they didn't actually do much with it. But yeah, half a scare with a ball that was easily cut out. But after that, all us.
Just all us, mate, yeah. And what I always say about the fixtures, the other thing I think I say a lot is we don't want the ball possession-wise.
Well, yeah, we saw what it was like against Brentford in the Carabao Cup, right?
Don't let us have it. We don't want it. When we get it, then we'll do stuff in the transitions. And yeah, we were, like you say, mate, they had that little tiny little ball in the box thing early doors, and then it was just us throughout. It was it was an absolute joy, mate. And the energy and the intensity is something else at times, I think.
It's just the relentless press that we do, and the absolute aggression that we have. And it seems like the team just know each other inside out. They move forward and back as a cohesive unit, so they always know when to press. And you know what, mate? We started as we meant to go on. I'm glad we got that goal so early. That's another early goal, mate, isn't it?
I know, yeah. It is literally, obviously, the game, the context of the game and stuff was different, but very, very similar to our 2 wins have been very, very similar. Scored within the first, 5 minutes. Yeah. And then just held on. But say held on, not being able to score a second, but luckily in both we've kept a clean sheet. But yeah, nice we always start fast, and I always feel like we don't get the goal. So it's nice to have done it again. Yeah,
it was a move down the left-hand flank, and it was almost got recycled when it came out to Marcus Senesi, who was relatively deep, really, but he picked out a great ball for Evan Nilsson, who timed his run perfect. I think Jed Spence and one other was playing him onside, but he kind of arced his run well. That angle was quite tight, but he got a shot away, thankfully. It did get a crucial touch.
Yeah, I think at the time I thought he just hammered it in. I thought, what a goal. I didn't realise it was deflection until after.
Not dislike Tav's goal against Wolves, really.
Oh, yeah, another deflective. Yeah. But yeah, don't shoot, don't score. Great little move. Yeah, I think it was Scott laid it back, deleted Celestia, and Celestia is good at that. Then little passes. He's always involved in a lot of goals for a centre half. And yeah, it was a great little ball. And Ever took his chance, Ben. I think if you had said before the game we're going to win 1-0 again, who do you want to be the goal scorer? I'd say Evan Nilsson.
Because you want to get his confidence.
Let's get him going.
Let's get him going. Yeah, he is.
He's been great, but we all say we just needed something to go in for him.
And whilst you mentioned Senesi, great assist, of course, but
What a performance.
imperious throughout that game. I thought he was so good. So good. It's just his reading of the game. We know he's not particularly fast, but he's also very calm on the ball. Some of his distribution is absolutely excellent. Yeah. I just think he was fantastic. And what I really like about him is, like, when Spurs are trying to attack, he's got his marker like right in front of him, and all he does, sometimes he will maybe put a leg out and he'll win the ball, and sometimes he'll manage to come away with it. It's just the way he reads the bounce of the ball. He's strong in the air. Yeah. It's superb. It's sort of the Senesi that we know and love, but we almost forgot about because of Dean Howson.
Yeah, exactly. It's not his fault how good bloody Dean Howson is at football. I think he got an assist for Real Madrid at the weekend. But yeah, Senesi, sorry. I think what it is for me as well is he's not quick at all. He hasn't really got any pace, but when you have a whole game like that and you don't really notice it, it's because that's how good he's reading the game. Because he's got to read the game more than others because he hasn't got the legs to get back. We saw that at Liverpool where he nearly done a handball or whatever if he gets it wrong, but he got everything right. Like you say, he just seems to like nick in front. And then I love him when he has the ball. There's a few times, I think we were saying it to each other, it didn't come off, but like we were 1-0 up and then we get a free kick and he's taking it really quickly to try and spray a pass. I really like that. He's almost like a playmaking centre-back sometimes. But he's had a bit of, I wouldn't say criticism, but people are going, is he going to be all right like to start every week? And I think he just showed, like you say, mate, how bloody good he is. I thought him and Diakite, centre-back, were absolutely mustard.
Who were your best two players on the day? Don't say Tyler Adams. Who were your best two players? Senesi and, I don't know, say Brooks?
Brooks, he was brilliant.
Weird that, because you
Brooks
chatted to both of them, didn't you?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah, sign that ting. They need to sign David Brooks. We'll move on to him because, well, in fact, let's just talk about his cross now. Let's just talk about it.
That was excellent.
He's got this ability, and I said this in the previous game, this ability to just float in from the right flank and then just I don't know, caress the ball in. Either with his instep or side foot, or in this case with the outside of his left boot as well. Semenyo, man, he was coming in like a steam train. I've seen this a number of times. I think he should do better with it.
Maybe.
However, he is moving so fast, and it was maybe a little bit too high for him to get over it to head it down. But
yeah, maybe.
What a lovely moment.
It was, and I think we literally said after the last game against Wolves, and we were talking about. So I think it was probably our last second look, mate. We were talking about how what I'm liking with them two at the moment is when one of them's got it, the other one's coming at the back stick every time. Like they're ready for it. And how many times I reckon every game Brooks has nearly set up Semenyo for a goal, nearly every game. Obviously he did do it once, but unbelievable ball, showing such quality. Brooks, I mean, he's got to sign the contract, please. But what I love about him as well is we've spoken a lot about different players since Iraola's come in. It's such a different style. And there's certain players, say like your Philip Billing, we know how good he is, but to suddenly change and adapt to something that you're not used to, sometimes it just didn't work, did it? We know Billing's good, but it just didn't work. The way Brooks is just like, seems to just be changing his game.
He's getting better. He's getting faster. He's getting stronger. He's getting quicker.
Better in the press now. Yeah, he's doing what I think Andoni's really, he's reaping the rewards because Andoni's keeps playing him. And he was worried he was going to be like a rotation-y kind of not getting the team.
Well,
you can't ever leave him out now.
If first team football is what you're after, Brooksy, then you're getting it at Bournemouth, so there's no need. Just stay here. You love life here. You love going to the pair at Parley. Yeah, we saw you. Yeah. Come on, mate. Sign on the dotted line. Come on, please. Really interesting. I saw a tweet from one of the analysts from the overlap, and we'll pop it on screen. And he was waxing lyrical about how AFC Bournemouth were playing. He said, watching Spurs 0 Bournemouth 1, about 15 minutes in, and I'm really interested in Iraola's shape off the ball against Spurs' build-up. So let me try my best to break it down. So look, we'll read this out for the benefit of you guys. Against Man City, the main idea from Spurs was to use the 4-2-4 with Sarr in close proximity to Richarlison so they can narrow on the channels. Iraola responded with a 4-3-1-2-ish press, which meant that they could have a consistent +1 against Spurs' forwards to better compete for them long balls. So on the stills that he's put on his tweet, you can see Scott and Evan Nilsson doing their best with their angles to shield and lock off the right-hand side of Spurs' build-up. And many times, Bournemouth angled their press to make Van der Ven the spare man. Once it was played, the shape would lock off to that side. And you can sort of see a little bit, there's a chat at the Performance Centre with Andoni Iraola on the Sky Sports website where he's got his his like tactics board in front of him. We tried that once at the Parrot Parley. Wind blew it over so many times. I think I lost one of those magnetic markers in the bark somewhere.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. But yeah, I do. I love all them stuff as well. And yeah, I want to get that. Let's get that board back. And I reckon Andoni will come on if we get that board back.
Yes, he will.
He would.
Come on, Andoni. Yeah. Come on. But you know what?
Magnus, Amarim would.
We were so effective. Oh, by the way, you know, like Amarim and that clip that's always been, it's been memed up so many times with him on his little tactics magnetic board, he's switching things around. Yeah. Like, there's one of them where he's got a brush and he's combing the hair of that lad that said he'd never have a haircut until Man United win 5 in a row or something.
Yeah, something stupid. Yeah,
that was so funny. But look, it was a really effective press. It really was. And at the same time, we were creating so many chances. We hit the bar, I think. Yeah. Brooksy header. I thought it was Traffer at first, but I think it was just Brooks. Both of them went up for it. Shots pulled wide. Evan Nilsson had a shot wide. Match of the day, by the way. They were loving us, weren't they?
Yeah. I always want Match of the Day to give us more credit. And when they do, I go, hang on, let's keep us on the radar. Yeah. I mean, we're never going to be happy either way. But no, it was nice because a lot of the time we've seen it before. And I thought, I really don't want this to all be about Tottenham or Spurs. Let's give Bournemouth some credit, and they did, to be fair.
There's some nice little moments within that. Brooks' free kick that nearly took everyone by surprise. Oh, at the near post there, but good save from Vicario. Scott's magical feet. There's been plenty of people zooming in on that. Alex Scott is back. The only sour note, Smithy pulling up with that hammy, but Hill did slot in perfectly. And it was a polar opposite performance to what we saw from him against Brentford. Albeit against Brentford, I thought he was okay, but there were just a couple of moments that maybe showed that he's not quite there.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And I think it's weird, isn't it? Because centre back, he's always, like we said, he seems to do all right on the whole, and then there's little errors in there. Every time he's played right back, he's been pretty much spot on, hasn't he? So it would have been interesting if Araujo was available. Yeah. Would he have brought Araujo on? I'm not sure, because we were 1-0 up. But I don't know. I mean, you don't know if he would have or not. But equally, I was more pleased to see it was Hill coming on, and I knew he'd be defensively solid. But yeah, he done everything pretty well.
Just strong.
Yeah, just got it for Smithy, especially it was against Spurs. He probably likes playing them more than most where he come through. But sounds like he just felt his hamstring, and then you just don't risk it. And we said earlier about kind of how annoying it is to have an international break. That's probably the only positive, is it's an extra week for Smithy to get back, and hopefully he's not out for too long.
I thought Spurs fans might have given him more of a round of applause, but half of them obviously don't realise who he is. Absolute tourist. So look, at half-time, Spurs' XG was 0.0. It's the first time they've not registered a shot at home since playing Man City in 2020.
So what's the Frank engine?
The big question is... Was that the best half of football we've played under Andoni? Because there have been a fair few people who've been saying that on social media and on the forums and stuff. We dominated. I mean, maybe the amount of goals that we scored or didn't score suggests that it might not be, because there have been more emphatic halves than that. But just the amount that we dominated.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I did love the second half of Arsenal last season, because I felt like we were done and we were brilliant in the second half. I always think to the Newcastle one. The difficult one with Newcastle was we were unbelievable in the first half, but I think was it we only just edged it in the end. Did we come in ahead?
2-1, yeah. 2-1. Scored the second.
I would go with that, but we did concede a goal. So yeah, it's not a bad shout, actually. You have to think about it a little bit more, but it was right up there, wasn't it? It's mad how in the space of a few days that League Cup game, I said, God, is that one of the worst home performances under Andoni? And then suddenly we're talking about this straight away. I love that. Love the character of the players. I know a lot of them didn't play in that one, but yeah, it was an unbelievable half of football. And we were all in there. We're leading away at Tottenham, and we were all there at half time, almost a little bit disappointed, because we go, how is this only one? And I was thinking, there's no way it's going to be another half like that.
That's another man that needs to sign, by the way, Andoni. I think me and you should just go on strike until he signs. Should sit. I'm not going to say a thing. There's no point. Is there anything happening on social media at all? Come on, Mark McCallum, say something. But yeah, no back of the net until Andoni signs. I mean, we might have to touch on the second half. We will. And look, I think I said on a vlog just before the half-time slow-mo montage of roof structures and people moving really slowly, as I always do. I said, surely Thomas Frank's going to put a rocket up at half-time. It was Bournemouth that started off explosively, started like an absolute steam train, and there was this one passage of play where loads was going on. Senesi was fouled. It was a penalty.
No, it was Bournemouth.
Must have been. Evan Nilsson had a shot, which was saved from a tight angle. Brooks hit the crossbar. And then moments later, Spurs fans were clamouring for Semenyo to get sent off as well, after he maybe went in a little bit late. But surely it would have wound back to one of the challenges earlier, because that would have been the worst VAR moment if they maybe took a look at that and said, oh, yeah, Semenyo's got to go, without.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a period of negation for them or something.
I get why I'd been calling for it when he's a player on a yellow. Does he get a yellow if he's not on a yellow? Probably. Do I think that's a second yellow? No. And I always think the threshold should be higher when a player's, because you're sending a player off for a second yellow. So I think a second yellow is always a higher threshold than the first.
Yeah, like 30, 70.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was even that bad.
No.
But yeah, as you say, if they want to go and have a look at that, then just rewind a little bit further and we probably would have had a penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a nice little scramble. And yeah, we started as we meant to go on, mate. And it was just like, it's just exactly as the first half. Nothing had changed. Brilliant.
Yeah, so look, we'll take a look at the match timeline on YouTube, and some substitutions were made by the opposition, with Odegaard and Bergvall coming on for Johnson, who didn't even see him. Panini as well, didn't see him.
Rubbish.
Christie and Adley came on for us for Alex Scott and David Brooks. I was really pleased to see both those players circuiting around the pitch, just where we were, getting a really good ovation. Yeah. Fantastic. And Christie and Adley, what do you think the thinking was then? Christie for Alex Scott, you can sort of see, because it's almost like for like, yeah. But Adley as well, just
I think
stretching.
I think both of them's legs.
Okay.
I think Christie for Scott's definitely, obviously just a little bit more energy in there and legs. And I think, maybe we were looking at, again, with a bit more pace from Adley, like on transition, the counter-attack, he might be able to get him behind. But as we saw later, and I think they did show a clip of it, and he's got that work ethic as well defensively, which we probably don't know about yet, and he showed it. So
he did, yeah.
Yeah, Scott and Brooks, like I say, whoever you take it off, he often makes subs on that around that hour mark, doesn't he? And whoever he took off, they all play well. Yeah. So it was nothing to do with performance. It was literally just about energy and legs. And like I say, later on in the game, he takes a few off that play well. It's just about the energy and legs. He did it against Wolves. Like Tyler Adams, unbelievable. He took him off for James Hill in midfield because he just wants the legs. So that's what it was, right?
So when Brooks was on, he had that shot on the turn, which was well saved. I think Semenyo had one that was fairly similar as well. Tav had a shot into the side netting, almost similar to his goal last season, where the ball came in from the left. Maybe a more acute angle.
Christian ran,
it was
really
good. And while we're doing all this, well, I suppose, Spurs then started on about 80 minutes, started a little bit of an onslaught. They brought on Tell, and he came closest for them, didn't he, with a volleyed shot wide?
Yeah, volleyed shot wide. Then I think it was their subs, actually. Yeah, the volleyed shot wide. And I think Bergvall hit one straight down Petro's throat. Yeah. And then they had that little, I know Doggy had the header. It was literally all their subs. The only ones that had chances for them. But I say chances, mate. And obviously, when you're 1-0, you get a bit worried, and it's literally a moment can just change everything from a perfect performance. But really, in hindsight, did they really do anything?
Not really. I mean, the ball went back down Petrovic's throat. Yeah. But whilst I'm talking about Petrovic, I feel as though during the first half, he was exemplary at it in the second half as well. Being able to catch a ball. I like him.
Yeah, it's the catching, isn't it?
And the punching, there was a good puncher in the first half, just timing it also right. And there have been a couple of comments that his distribution hasn't been particularly good. I don't care.
I know.
I genuinely don't care.
If I'd rather him not be great at his distribution than try to overplay it all the time. But he's not. It's not like he's fluffing it straight to him. There was a few that he's kicking out of play, but he's kicking it. I don't mind that. I want a goalkeeper that can come out
good
when it's getting a little bit like, can we hang on, and they put a cross in the box. I want my goalie to come out and take everything and catch it. I also want my goalie to get a booking on 72 when you want that up. Love that from him, because I like that. And yes, I love Kepa, but the only thing with Kepa, I was kind of like, is he commanding enough at times? Neto obviously had his faults. He was never commanding. No. And I just I really wanted a goalkeeper that just had a bit of stature about him, could come out, and defenders must love that when, a ball's coming in the box, they can just hear their keeper coming out and grabbing it.
Brilliant. I mean, there was one claim that he made in the second half. I don't think you could look at this point in time, but Spurs swung the ball into the box and he jumped up in the air so high. It was one of them where he had to arch his body to be able to claim it, and he held it so securely with both hands, and that, I can't remember Neto ever doing that. I mean, it was just so good to see. So really pleased with him so far. And look, we'll take a look at the average positions actually. So if you're watching YouTube, you can see how relatively this is mad, isn't it, when you look at it? Spurs have only got 3 players in our half. It does change as the game goes on, and they make substitutions, they push forward, and we're a little bit more defensive. We have only got a few in our own half as well. So that really does show you exactly where we're at. So that suggests then, Tom, that when Spurs had the ball, it was mainly just playing in their own 45, in their own half. Sorry.
Yeah, it felt like they just had it for their own sake. They weren't. You could say there was a lot of groans, weren't there? And they just had the ball for the sake of it. Really, they weren't doing anything. They weren't penetrative, however you bloody say that word.
Yeah.
At all. They were just knocking it around, and we were just kind of stood there waiting to get it back, and then we'll go and hurt them again. And yeah, it was weird. But I mean, if I'm from a Spurs perspective, I wouldn't be too worried. We're good, and we played really, really well, and we hurt Liverpool a lot as well. And they've started the season really well. I just think they will probably look at it a bit like we do all the time, and we just done what we did against City. But when we have a bit too much of the ball, we weren't doing enough, and maybe that is why they brought in this Simmons, because obviously without Maddison, I think Maddison there is just that player that can just on the half turn go and pick a pass, go and pick a moment.
And he finds those pockets, he gets into space.
And they didn't seem to have that. And maybe Thomas Frank should listen to me, because that's what I said before, play Bergvall, get someone that's better on the ball, rather than having Paulinho just sat there passing it sideways. But yeah, no, you don't have to listen to me, mate.
Don't worry about it. So a few players that we probably should mention. I mean, we've spoke about Petro, Dikite. We've touched on as well. Absolutely solid from him. Yep. Tyler Adams, mate.
Oh, what a player!
What a player!
Is he the most important player now?
He's an absolute monster.
Oh, he's an absolute beast. He's everywhere. He's absolutely everywhere. And
he's got such an engine.
Yeah, and then when he gets it, he uses it well. Yeah, he's just everything about him. Just brilliant. From the moment he left Leeds to now, he's just everything perfect. Yeah. Love the guy, absolutely love the guy. And he's just, every game it feels like we're saying it, don't we? Just absolutely brilliant, mate, he was. And like I say, I'm glad that he didn't, because he did against Wolves, had to kind of come off near the end. I'm glad he didn't, because we needed to keep him on for the majority. And I think we desperately need to wrap him in cotton wool a little bit.
Yeah, massively. Alex Scott, we've touched on as well, but really he's improving. Yep. He's improving massively. He's obviously got his chest out, puffing his chest out after that trophy lift in the summer, doing so well.
Adrian Traffert, by the way.
Who?
Truffy.
But are we really comparing him on Milos Kerkez? Milos Kerkez is miles ahead of him, isn't he?
Oh, God, no. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it is. No, I think it is disrespectful to compare. That is really disrespectful on Traffert.
Mate, he is mustard, isn't he? What was the tweet from Alex Deutsch?
He's an adult version of Milos Kerkez.
He completely
is. He does feel that.
You know what? I even regurgitated what Alex said. I did a thing for BBC Radio Solent in Dorset, their breakfast show this morning, and I said those exact words, because he really is.
That's what it feels
like.
My
God. Obviously, he's got maybe a slight advantage of being able to gel, because he's had a little bit more time with the squad.
Yes, I think we said that. I think we really benefited from him coming in before we went out to the US,
which we
did last year. We didn't go to this year. We went to the one before that. But Adrian went out to this one, and it does make a hell of a difference, mate, because he's had that whole pre-season with the group, and and I don't know if there's. I don't know, but him and Celeste seem really comfy there on that left side, and he's making, as Andoni said, some really nice connections with Antoine Semenyo down that left. That looks exciting. Bloody Daniels and Pugh, hello, jeez. But honestly, it's very early days, but I am absolutely loving what I'm seeing from Traffert, mate. He was brilliant. Like I said, we could name all the bloody team. And I do think, obviously he got his goal, but I think it was really nice to see Ever just making them runs in front as well, because I said on the Brentford game, I felt we missed that. And it's very early days, man. I'm a bit worried that with Krupp, he doesn't seem like he wants to do that. Yeah. It seems like he wants to drop off and get the ball a little bit more, so we'll have to wait and see. But couldn't mention everyone, mate. They're all absolutely superb.
There's one player that we haven't mentioned.
Tavernier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tavernier was Tavernier for me. Absolutely brilliant, off the ball particularly. And I liked his reception when he come off. Again, he just ran himself into the ground.
I can't really remember what he did, though. It's one of those games that, usually there's a standout moment I can remember, but I can't. I mean, he certainly didn't. He didn't do anything wrong. No. It's just he did a lot of work off the ball in this game.
I do feel like Tav sometimes is that sort of player now. And when he's in there, you can't remember, he's a winger that never plays on the wing. Yeah. He's doing really well. But I think particularly, it'd be interesting to see what happens when Christie gets match fit, because at the moment, he's kind of being told to do the off-ball stuff that we're used to Christie doing. Yeah. And I do think he's, we'll have to look at something like SofaScore, but I do think he's covered a lot of ground to have run, doing that kind of unsung job a little bit. But like you say, there was no magical moments with the ball, was there? But he's doing that hard grafting stuff for us, as you say, mate.
So there was one point in time where, again, I mentioned the vlog, I think we're looking at the stats on Mark Jackson's phone. He said, "Oh yeah, we've had 16 shots, and Spurs have had just one."
Yeah, it was,
at one stage. We're showing the final shots.
What was it? 20
screen. It was 20 to AFC Bournemouth, 5 for Spurs. I mean, that's absolute madness. And the Cherries fans were sarcastically singing "You've had a shot," which I don't think the Spurs fans particularly liked.
I really wish I'd done it louder now, but in the moment I'm going, don't start. So it's 1-0. We started laying at one point, 1-0. But yeah, that was. But yeah, that's the type of game it was, and I think they were probably thinking, yeah, fair enough.
What did you say about comparing the amount of shots?
We had 20 shots, did we, in this game?
Yeah.
Oh, when we lost 9-0 to Liverpool,
they
had 19.
That's
unbelievable, isn't it? That is just mad, isn't it? Yeah, they had less shots in the 9-0. Crazy, isn't it?
So they scored 1 in every 2 shots.
Yeah.
That's clinicality.
Absolutely. Yeah, clinicality, for sure. It's weird because that sort of game we just go, oh, it was so embarrassing. But were we actually that bad? And they just finished our chances. Was Parker that bad? Anyway, move on.
Spurs' XG 0.19. That's pathetic.
I mean, that is...
That's pathetic.
That could have been that first 20 seconds as well. We are 1.59. I almost feel like I thought ours would be a little bit, but then I suppose we had lots of really good chances, but I can't remember thinking that was a horrendous miss. Like you said, the Semenyo, he would probably think he could have done a little bit better. It's not a horrendous miss. But yeah, I mean, all the stats, mate. Like I say, the one I like is the possession. Love that stats. We don't want the ball. No corners, by the way, for them. And I always think we spoke about Petrovic being, probably helping us in that regard. Yeah. But obviously the worst thing when you're 1-0 up away from home is they just get corner after corner and get nervy. The fact we didn't give away any silly corners, I really like that. Really like that.
Okay, it's your statistical man of the match according to SofaScore.
I'm going to go just because, and this was the reason. We'll tap into it now. When I do my player ratings, I gave it loads of 10s.
Right.
But I thought, how am I going to separate to give a man of the match here?
Right.
And I went for Marcos Senesi because they were all brilliant, but the difference was he got the assist. I think that might be the same statistically.
It is. Marcos Senesi with 7.9, but look, plenty of greens. So you've got Evan Nilsson, Brooks, Alex Scott, Adrian Truffert, Petrovic as well. Vicario for them is their man of the match on 7.9.
There was a few good. I mean, there was one good one. I think he saved wide, to be fair to him. But Jed Spence struggled for a player that pockets every winner, didn't
he? I saw that tweet.
And it was nice to have a good Brazilian number 9 up front, wasn't it? God, imagine being the Brazil gaffer, by the way, and thinking, I might pick Richarlison over Evan Nilsson. Are you joking? Are you joking? That was a different level, them two.
You know what I really enjoy on a Sunday morning?
Go on.
Well, not that. I enjoy being in bed and watching your player rating show.
Oh, thank you, mate.
And you know what? You can watch that exclusively on Telegram. Look, Telegram is just like WhatsApp, right? It's just a messaging app, but we'll put you straight on. We'll send you the link to download the app and then a special link to join the group. If you become a Ko-fi monthly, now a Ko-fi monthly can start as little as £3. If you want to pay more per month, you can, but it's just an appreciation from you to us about the kind of content that we put out. And as a thank you, we do the player rating show as well. Like I say, it is a monthly commitment. If you just do a one-off, unfortunately, we can't put you on there. But if you're on the monthly, we can.
Yeah.
And it's a great community. We met up with a load of them before the game at the Antwerp Palms, which was absolutely superb. So Steve Shoveler. I mean, there were loads of people there. I can't name them all. But yeah, if you want to join, go to afcbpodcast.com/coffee. We'll also pop the link in the description as well. Your support is massively appreciated. No, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And you made a few comments in your player ratings. You used the phrases complete performance. You said pretty close to perfection, and you again underlined 2 clean sheets are more important than loads of goals.
Yeah, I think so, because I think we know the way we play. We know we'll score goals. It's frustrating, but the concern going into the season was how much we've lost to the back line, and is that going to cause the most problems? And we've kept 2 clean sheets in 3 games. The only team in the league we've conceded to is Liverpool.
Unbelievable. I think someone else on our Telegram mentioned the fact that a big well done should go to Semenyo, because he did get booked early on and didn't get a second yellow, despite maybe that challenge, but he did really well.
Yeah, no, 100%. When you if you lose the game, you end up talking about ref decision. When you win, you forget, so everyone goes, "Oh yeah, it's just because you lost." When you have a go, the ref was crap, by the way. I think it was crap. He gave you give Semenyo that booking. I think he kind of moved the ball slightly. They gave him a booking. Fine, if you're going to set that precedent. I think Sarr made, I think it was 8 fouls. Didn't get booking. Didn't get a booking. I couldn't believe the amount of little ones they were doing. All our players were going, are you joking? How have you just booked him at these? So, yeah, just to let you know, the refs are still rubbish. I also thought that the added time was a little bit over the top. Not that's on him.
7, yeah, no, I thought that at the time. I
just
mentioned
thought,
it.
really?
Yeah.
I thought 5. I thought there might be 5.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 7. I don't know where they got that from.
You know what there were 4 of on Saturday?
Ooh, go on.
The captains of AFC Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we've had 4 captains during a match? Can you name them?
I can name the captains in this game, yeah. Actually, surprised me a little bit. It was, Adam Smith, obviously. Then he gave it to David Brooks.
Right.
And then David Brooks come off and he gave it to Marcus Tavernier. And then Tavernier come off, so he gave it to Ryan Christie.
That's a pub trivia question of the future, surely.
It is, yeah. I was surprised with, I know they've said, but I was surprised with Tav getting the arm. I don't think Tyler Adams feels captain. And Celeste's had it before.
Yeah, true.
Just a team of skippers, mate.
We are superb. Right. I was browsing some Spurs videos and I love doing that. It's the first thing I do, just watch what Spurs fans have got to say. And one person said it perfectly. Like, everyone talks down to Bournemouth until you have to play them. Which, you know what, they've got that bang on the money. So they were liking what they see. Do you know who else liked what they saw this weekend? AFC Bournemouth posted their usual graphic at full time on Instagram. And there was only a comment from Dean Howson, hearts in his eyes. I feel a bit sad. I do feel a bit sad. Also, Zabani also reacted somewhere on Instagram as well. Those 2 guys, absolutely love them. And mate, it was a good weekend, not for just for the Cherries on the pitch. There are other Cherries in other games across the country doing some good things.
We saw literally, because it was early kickoff, wasn't it? We were at the pub and I said, Mepham's got his first start for West Brom.
Yeah.
He's playing with Nat Phillips. So then I went, goal, Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips in the air. 1-0. And so clean sheet for them as well. So Max is carrying that on. Nat Phillips scored the goal. Gavin Kilkenny scored.
They beat Crewe 3-0, didn't they?
They're like joint top now, Swindon.
Are they?
Yeah, they're doing really well. And Kilkenny is absolutely running the show. Pleased for him. Jaden, I was buzzing for him. Scored against United. I didn't realise till after he was the one that gave away the pen.
And
Kiefer Moore's doing Kiefer Moore things. I mean, that guy in the Championship is like a bit of a cheat code, isn't he? He's an absolute beast, that guy. I love it.
I think he got a bloody nose after
so keen for it.
Well. That was a Millwall, wasn't it? 2-0 win for him. So
he scored against Millwall for us as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I like that. But yeah, I reckon Kiefer just like wakes up in the morning, just headbutts something, and goes, "Let's have it."
Yeah. Oh yeah, that goal against Millwall. That was in the last game
of the season,
after we were promoted at home.
That's right.
Yeah. And that was a quick Phil Billing throw that set him free, and he seemed to have the
and then
whole of the second half to run into. Jay Nancy was running square, I think.
Yes.
And he just did it himself.
Kiefer, isn't it? Yeah.
Phil Bill to Kiefer.
There's probably more around, mate. Probably more players.
Hey, and Phil Bill got a start for Midtjylland.
Did he? I didn't actually see that because
Hamid Traore for Marseille as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good to see. They'll both do well, I'm sure. And obviously, nothing else has happened yet. Obviously, we mentioned that one. Ben Winterburn has obviously. We haven't really touched on it. But he's definitely gone to Barnet.
Right.
So I think that will be a move that will do. I mean, a lot of people are saying, I'm surprised he's not playing higher.
And what division are they in? They're in League 2?
Yeah. So same as Gav. And he'll be playing in the middle of the park potentially with Namdi Offerball, who left Swindon for Barnet.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ben Winterburn will know. I'm not sure how long he's been here. But and also Ryan Glover, if anyone remembers him.
Yeah.
He's also at Barnet. So Barnet could be a little team that I keep an eye on now.
Right now, I think, the players that we've got in, obviously we've upgraded certain players not upgraded, but we have
for Truffer.
Yeah, we have replaced them really, really well. And we have got a lot of, and it sounds really disrespectful when you use the phrase like dead wood.
No, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
We've replaced some dead wood. Hey, look, and there was a chant that was started by Simon Kay. A couple of rows in front of us, whether it will happen or not.
I was trying to get a Truffer going, wasn't he?
He's here, he's there, he's
everywhere. Is Truffer? He was everywhere at times, wasn't he? He was bloody everywhere at times. But yeah, he needs a song, doesn't he? He desperately needs a song. Oh, look at that. What's going on here? I know, it's just a bit Emmy Artin, that's crap.
No one cares. Anyway, thank you, however you've been listening, watching, whatever. Thank you so much. Do a couple of things for us, will you?
Yeah, click the like button, click the bell. Click there, obviously, I want the big fat subscribe. We really appreciate it.
Up the chairs, and we'll see you in the next one. You ready?
You ready?